just like yesterday, I've come back today with another interesting chess endgame puzzle, and this is white to move and mate black in 2 moves. It's a bit tricky here. There are very many variations that you could play here, but we are saying there's only one variation that could lead to a mate in 2. I want you guys to first try to solve it by yourselves before we try to solve it together. But before we get into it, I want to show you the direction of the pawns. So these pawns are actually going in this direction. Yeah, you have to consider that while trying to solve the puzzle. So yeah, I want you guys first try to find the 2 moves that white has to play to mate black. Pause the video, try to solve it, and then come back when you found it. Good luck. Alright, so did you find the 2 moves that white has to play to mate black? Please let us know in the comment section what you found. Do not forget to like the video and also subscribe. Let's make 200 subscribers. Let's try to solve the puzzle. Okay, so let's try to start with the strongest piece on our board, and that's the queen. So if we tried to play queen d3, the idea is that we could actually mate from d8. Now the problem is that here black can take our rook and create an escape square on f7. So if we try to check from here, black can escape, and those are 2 moves without a mate. So that's not going to work out for us. Let's try f5. The idea of f5 is still the same. Try to come and checkmate from here, since this square is covered by our knight, right? And the beauty here is that now black cannot take anymore, because when black takes, this is mate. Let me try to play it out. If black takes, this is mate, and that means black can't capture our rook anymore, and then we also threaten to check from b5 like I've shown you. The thing is, now black knows that, and black is just going to capture this piece that threatens this square. So if we try to check from here, black has an escape route, and that means there is no mate in 2 moves. So that is not going to also work out for us. Queen f5 is not working out for us, since we lose our knight that protects the f8 square. So what about queen g5? The idea is that we are looking forward to threaten here, but then if we play that, then we lose our rook, and there's no way you're mating in the next move. Even if you try to come from here, black has an escape route. If you try to check from here, black can put our bishop, and black can put its bishop, and there's no mate in 2 moves. So queen g5 doesn't work out for us. What about if we pin that pawn that could capture our rook? And then the idea is that we threaten to check from here and win black. The thing is, now black is still just going to capture our knight and create an escape route. If you try to check from here, there's an escape route here. So queen moves do not look like they could help us win this game. Let's try to capture this pawn and see if we could actually mate black in 2 moves. The idea is, now if you captured this rook, then this would be mate, right? But the problem is, black is not going to do that. Black is just going to capture this the knight, and then you can't mate from here because you would lose our queen, and you could actually check from here, but then black can block with the bishop, and then you capture the bishop with a mate, but that's a mate in 3 moves. Remember, we want a mate in 2 moves. So that's not the move we are looking for, and I think we have exhausted all possible queen moves. Let's try to check any other piece. Now let's try to go with the knight, one of the most tactical pieces on the board. Now if we try to go with the most obvious knight move, now this move is tricky in a way that you can't capture using this pawn because it's pinned by the rook, right? And if you captured with this pawn, you lose immediately. How? If you captured with this pawn, this is mate, and there's nothing you can do about it. And another thing is, you can't capture the queen because you are in a check, so you have to find a way of getting out of the check. You can't capture the rook, you are in a check, and here black can just respond with king to f8, and he goes away with it. You can't get to mate him in the next move, right? So that knight move is not going to work out for us. The same thing if you try to play here and find a way of trying to mate, black is just going to capture our queen and there is no mate for us in the next move. So knight moves don't work out for us. Now we go to the rook, and probably it's the one going to give us the mate in two, because as you can see, a king move just loses our queen and you can't mate from the next move. So a king waiting move is totally out of this, all right? So let's try the rook move. The rook moves, we have pretty interesting rook moves. Of course, we can't hang our rook here. It's not going to yield anything. The thing is, there's a beautiful tactic here. If we played our rook to d6, there's a beautiful tactic that if you captured our rook, there's mate here, and black can't go to anywhere else. Black can't go here because our knight covers that. So that's a mate. But then, what if black doesn't capture? If black doesn't capture and black plays something like that, then this is mate. How is that mate? Black can't capture our rook because that pawn is pinned, right? So black has to find a way of avoiding that. If black tries to play something like this, then that is mate again, because that pawn is pinned and black can't go anywhere. Okay, what about if black does not take the rook, black takes the queen? If black takes the queen, then we can't mate black in the next move, because if you try to check, black can escape. So black just takes our queen if we play that move. What about let's try to see another rook move. If we played a rook move like rook f6, sorry, rook f6, then if black, remember, if black tried to capture our rook, then we have a beautiful mate here, and black doesn't have to capture the rook. If black captures this rook, then this is mate, so capturing the rook is a bad idea. And if black played a pawn move, then we mate from here because this piece is pinned, right? And if black doesn't actually play that one and black plays like this, still this is mate. That pawn can't capture our rook because it's pinned. And I think that's the move that we were looking for. Rook f6, black can't do anything to avoid a mate after that, right? If he captures using anything, it's mate. If black captures our queen, then that's mate. So that's the move we were looking for. Let us know if you found that move. Do not forget to like the video and also subscribe. Let's hit 200 subscribers. So that's the move we're looking for. Don't forget to like the video. Until next day, have a good night.